Danny Garcia will take on Robert Guerrero on January 23rd. PBC on Fox from LA. Obviously, this is not a fight I'm excited about. I'm actually more interested to see the dads of both of these fighters clash rather than the actual fighters themselves, the sons. Ruben Guerrero against Angel Garcia may well be more entertaining than the actual fight between Danny and Robert. No disrespect to either fighter, but Robert Guerrero's on the slide in a major way. And Danny Garcia, some people might even say he's on the slide. He's a young guy, but I'm not saying he is, but I'm just saying some people might come to that conclusion because he's never really looked the same since that Mauricio Herrera fight. And it's like that fight spooked him because since then, him and his team have been trying to cherry pick. They did fight Lamont Peterson to their credit, but that's a fight that I felt Danny Garcia lost. And it's like Danny Garcia's lost his confidence somewhere along the way. I think that Herrera fight may really have shaken him in terms of his confidence far more than people realize. Because then there was the horrible fight with Rod Salka. He fought Malignaggi most recently. And I was shocked that there were so many people who actually believed that Malignaggi could give Danny Garcia a decent fight or even beat him. I was literally shocked because Malignaggi is way over the hill. Just because he used to have movement back in the days and he's still got some semblance of movement now, come on, that would be enough to give Danny Garcia a decent fight. That fight was only ever going to end one way. It was a poor matchup when it was made. I called him out on it at the time. That's a poor matchup. And this Robert Guerrero fight here, this ain't much better than the Malignaggi fight for Garcia. Garcia's not going to lose this fight. It's really not much better than the Malignaggi fight. Poor fight. And like I say, you have to wonder where Garcia's confidence gone. Obviously, that Peterson fight didn't help his confidence because, you know, me and many other people felt that he lost it. So I don't know what's happening to Danny Garcia, man. At one point in time, he was actually one of the marquee, he was borderline one of the marquee names in boxing. He was up there. Certainly after he knocked out Khan, his stock was pretty high. And then when he beat Matisse, his stock was even higher. But right now, what's happened to him? You let me know what you feel about this fight, people. Some people are going to say, oh, Robert Guerrero's got a chance and this or that might happen and blah, blah, blah. Forget about it, folks. Like I say, Robert Guerrero's not as washed up as Malignaggi was when Garcia fought him. And at least Robert Guerrero has some type of punching power, although nothing great at welterweight. And he's got two hands, unlike Malignaggi, who's a one-handed fighter. All he's got is his left jab, that's it. So yeah, Robert Guerrero is better than Malignaggi, but not by much, I'm telling you. This won't be a difficult fight for Danny Garcia. Unless he gets injured or something like that, then nah. This should be a straightforward fight for him. I want Danny Garcia to get involved in real fights at welterweight. He's a big guy. He's plenty strong enough. Let's see him in some proper fights. Let's see him in there with a Sean Porter. Let's see him in there with a Keith Thurman. You know, let's see him in there with some proper guys. Let's see him in there with Amir Khan in the rematch. There has been some talk about that, but nothing so far has materialized. Let's get Danny Garcia back in some real fights. He needs to get his confidence back and start fighting some proper opposition again. Let me know what you think about it, people. Maybe you guys are a bit more sympathetic to this particular fight than me. But as far as I'm concerned, this is 2 cherry picks in a row. Danny Garcia is going to run out of cherries soon. Who's going to fight then? It's your boy Hatman, I'm out.